playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play. Back to you guys.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, step in, take the mid-range opportunity. Easy game for Andrew Nembhard.
Davis with a screen on Halliburton. Fires the three. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Cunningham. And now that's 11 points for Davis. Davis struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Nembhard.
Line and down, Andrew Nembhard, such a good scorer.
Davis against Nembhard. In the corner, it's Duren. Davis surveying the floor. Back to Duren. Here's Holland. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Pacers trail by 8. Neesmith, the pass to Halliburton. And here is Siakam. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Shot from the wing. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Cunningham finds Davis. Beyond the arc. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Now, here is Halliburton. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Siakam's shot is off.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pistons lead by 11. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching. And welcome back. Switch here. Off's jacked in. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Paul Reed. Karis LeVert comes in for Duncan Robinson. Davis is checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Cunningham in for Jenkins. Shepard out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. He gets that one. Siakam's got his first 2 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
When it comes to underappreciated players, Doris, in the league, Pascal Siakam comes to mind.
You know, Kev, underrated is a word you have to be careful with because these guys are all NBA players. But Pascal Siakam is always available. He's a two-way force. He can score in many kinds of systems. And he is going to absorb an elite defensive assignment. This guy is so good.
Here's Huff. Still without a basket. The 3. Siakam misses. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Davis. Pacers with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Siakam with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And Davis gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Nembhard. That one a little long, and it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 19-6 run. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Zubac is checked in for Indiana. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. And a switcher also for Detroit. Duran's checked in. Now Toppin. 8 points his last outing. Halliburton for 3. Holland with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to Davis. Connects again from distance.
And folks, he just set the record for most three-pointers in a rookie season.
Ever since entering the league just a few months ago, he has been on a mission to win. He's out there to ball. We've all seen it. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if he's unaware of the record. Now, Halliburton, covered by Cunningham. Pass to Nembhard. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the Fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. One more time. A round of applause for our contestant.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Detroit Pistons.
Normally, I'd say you want a versatile attack, but the way they're shooting the three ball, I don't know about that.
Versatile or versatile, this game is about as uncompetitive as we have seen. All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
I think for Detroit, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. We've got Thompson. Davis is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Holland in at the four-man position. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense.
Pascal Siakam, first personal foul.
Detroit has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Cunningham dishes it to Davis. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Pass to Nembhard. Nembhard sets the pick for Siakam. Will it go? And Nembhard lays it up and in. Nembhard's got 6.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Nembhard's shot is good.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Nailed from three-point land. Davis has got 45 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Over in the corner, Zubac. Halliburton for 3. Duren pulls it in.
Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
Davis down low. Nembhard covering. Cunningham passes to Davis. A 3-ball. And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Here's Siakam. Rebound by the Pistons. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Davis dishes to Thompson. Good on the shot.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Pass to Nesmith. Halliburton on the wing. Covered by Cunningham to end the run. And he lays it up and in. Nembhard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Davis, the pass to Holland. Back to Davis. Pass to Holland. Here's Cunningham. And the Pistons another 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
It's stolen by Davis. To the paint. Here's Holland. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy.
Good. Another from 3.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Pistons on top, just dominating this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about physical. Make sure we're running back. Touch somebody.
Pleading for his team. Changing it up here. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. The Pacers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. LeVert against Siakam. Shoots over LeVert. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Pistons have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Sinks the triple. Davis has got 54 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Siakam for 3. Indiana again missing. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Davis the pass to LeVert. And just off the cuff, Doris, what do you think is the toughest part? And again for 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Reedy's checked in for the Pistons. 1:31 left in the game. Pass to Siakam. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Detroit.
It was a stand. Connects again.
Just a magnificent showing for him tonight offensively. Buckets coming in rapid succession.
And get this, guys. He's now tied for the third most 60-point games in league history. Down low, here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening.
Connects again from distance.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. And here's Davis, and again for 3.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Pass to Nembhard. Offensive rebound. Zubac kicks to Halliburton. Siakam passes to Zubac. Halliburton looking around. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Talk about it. Yeah, it's not something I'm thinking about while the game is happening. It's just reading the game and looking for my spots, places where I can make a positive impact, you know? Wherever that happens to be, but you always love to see a double-double. Feels good to fill up the stat sheet.
Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.